It was louder than it's ever been here.
People took that 250th anniversary serious. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine. Oh, yeah, I know.
How's your husband doing?
It's all right. He's definitely still got some heat issues, cannot be out in the sun, which is a problem.
When I was working at the forest service, there were a lot of people who had tick bites and they had to be covered from head to toe. And they were miserable, even with the things that they prescribed, they were really miserable.
How long did it last?
This guy had it for a couple of years and he was on antibiotics. Ticks are no joke. And then, and the other thing is the awful lifestyle. There's a guy out of DC who has been able to manage tick exposure with diet.
Hopefully. Now my kids are even worse here
Yeah, right.
than they were before.
Just like going outside now, and now it's a whole, yeah.
And they play in the woods with all.
Yeah, you know, because there's so many deer.
Coating themselves with skin so soft, I mean, they think it's just like medicine.
Well, that's a good thing, at least their skin's gonna be nice. But, it's because of the deer population and they have no predators. Yeah,
All right, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Can we stand and pledge the flag? Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Gallagher.
Here.
Callaghan.
Here.
Golds.
Here.
Page is absent with prior notice. Scarborough.
Here.
Showers.
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Freeman.
present.
We have approval of consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, I have one comment. One check was removed out of payment because it was made out to the wrong location, and that's gonna be corrected. It's not due until the end of the month, so be reduced. The general fund bills is be reduced by $170, so. Do you accept that?
Sure.
Little change? Any discussion?
Not my second as well.
Amend the second as well. Any further discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Callaghan.
Yes.
Golds.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Showers.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
All right, we got to mayor's comment. The mayor reached out to me to ask the board to repeal the recommendation for the stormwater sales tax to be put on the August 4th ballot, because with the sewer survey that we're doing in progress, I'll read to you what she sent me. And this basically came through the attorney as her recommendation. February 2nd, the board recommended placing the quarter-cent stormwater sales tax on a 10-year sunset provision, August 4th, 2026 ballot. Since that time, the board and her, being legal counsel, along with city staff, have been working to understand the city's stormwater needs and sewer rates. After careful review, we do not feel the stormwater sales tax measure should be placed on the ballot until we have a better understanding of the city's needs and sewer rates. Therefore, she's recommending we repeal this recommendation, put it on the ballot in August until we complete that study, and then we'll look at it, potentially go for the April ballot next year.
Question.
Okay?
So the sewers rate study that we are working on, on receiving bids for, it pertains mostly to repair and replace schedules, whether our affordability index is in line. in the past reports, I did not see like surface water, rainwater, stormwater being considered as part of that. How does the two relate to one another? Can you help me draw that line?
I truly can. I know Chris can, because some of the areas with storm sewers, that goes into the sewer system, right? Goes into the sanitary system.
Storm water does not go into sanitary sewer.
It's not supposed to.
It's totally separate. It's not supposed to. There is some infiltration, especially in severe storms.
Right,
Not
right.
a lot. But yes, they are totally separate.
Okay. What's the deadline to have a ballot unlisted on the election?
To have it removed.
It's not currently on the ballot for August, so
Okay.
it would be, it's something we would have to undo. We would have to, if the board's desire was to have it on the August, we may need to. I would, depending on what the board decides, I would check on that first.
Okay. It sounds like it's a moot point since it's not on the ballot already. And I think, August is right around the corner, so
Yeah.
we might
Yeah,
be too late.
we've got to have it's got to be printed, correct? And then notified the county and then printed in a link certain time.
So I know there was justifications provided back at the time we made the decision. I don't have those justifications in front of me. I would like to be able to review them in light of new facts and circumstances. And it sounds like it's not happening in August anyway, but I want to make sure we stay on top of making sure we're doing and having the funds for the right purposes at the right time. So I think that we should have information brought back to the board at the next board meeting about how the two are connected, what the justification for the original ballot measure was, and then kind of rediscuss it in the context of putting it on the next board, on the next election cycle.
And then if that was response from the attorney, maybe we should basically ask the attorney Pat's question about, and maybe get an official response from the attorney as how those are connected and why that would be her recommendation as well. So that way, not just from our side, but from the attorney's perspective as well. Did that answer?
That makes sense to me, yes.
Can I turn that into a motion?
Would
Absolutely.
it still just be a motion just to,
Yeah.
Bring back more information, have admin bring back more information at the next board meeting.
Yeah, so for this, I don't know if we actually need to make a motion to repeal it.
I agree.
Well, if we're too late to get it on there, it is a moot point. If we're not too late, then we don't take action when we voted to take action. So we probably do need to have a motion to make sure that it doesn't hit the August 4th ballot. And then we can do a motion to get the information back.
We probably do this one motion, the motion to push the potential of bringing it to the ballot to the next election cycle. And then have more information brought to the next board meeting to make that decision.
I don't know that we have enough, because I assume it wasn't just a motion on the original.
It was just
a
versus an ordinance.
Yeah,
It was
Versus-
just a motion.
Okay.
it's just an intent of the board.
That sounds like we
Is that yours?
should, yes,
Motion?
yes.
So,
I feel like we don't have enough, if we don't have enough information on why we shouldn't do it, then we probably don't have enough information on why we should do it, or at least that justification in front of us. So,
Well, I think part of the sewer survey, because it's going to hit on the remove and replace piece.
Mhm.
We've just been looking at storm or sewer
isolated,
rates
yeah.
isolated without, just taking a guess that we're putting enough money back.
Yeah.
So this will concrete that. If we're not putting enough money back or we're putting too much back, that way we can adjust potentially the up or down the percentage that we need to put on the ballot for money.
If that's Pat's motion, I'll go ahead and make a second.
And just to clarify, more information and to make sure it's not listed on the August ballot. The two aspects of it.
Good on the motion?
I think so.
Okay, any other discussion? Matthew, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callan,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Freeman.
I don't have any other comments. City attorney and nobody else is here. Public comments? Anybody have anything? Very good, moving on. Alderman comments? Old business? Committee reports. Matthew?
I provided a written report. The only thing I was seeking direction on was the first item about potentially bringing back an ordinance that would prohibit the sale to minors of THC and hemp products, which right now can be sold to anyone at any age. So,
That's not factual though. THC is regulated, you have to be 18 to go on a premises that sells it and buy it.
Okay.
So for CBD products, there's no age limit for hemp products. I think we can look into.
I would say, Matthew, if you just want to get a confirmation on what the actual law
Sure.
is, that way we know how to move forward, because if it's already legal to sell over 18, then I don't think we need to.
Yeah, and that, you know, I'm torn on
Or
the hemp
under 18.
products are some of the best products on the market because they're natural. And so, anyway, so yeah, if you could gather a little bit more information on that for us.
Hey, John,
Yes, sir.
is there, so it says staff is seeking direction. Is this court or PD that is asking about it? Do you guys have an opinion on it?
I believe there's something coming down the pipe that hasn't already about incorrect products.
From a state perspective? Okay.
The state is in the process, my understanding, that hemp and CBDs are going to be reclassified at I don't know about federal level, but a state level to the same as THC. And they're going to require those retailers to also have a cannabis license. So it's going to put a bunch of CBD places out of business.
Okay.
So, and if that is actually true, the way I understand it is, because that's one of the reasons my son had to shut his business down. But that'll take care of itself in that, because those will fall directly under cannabis.
Matthew, so that quick follow-up, was this something that was brought up to you? At a, like, by whom, by where?
Lisa attended an HR meeting and came back with that.
Okay, I was just curious kind of where the information was kind
So
of.
apparently other cities were dealing with it, and the issue came out, she brought it to me, so I'm bringing it to.
Okay, perfect.
But you can get a little clarification on it for us. Is that all from your report?
That's it, unless there are questions.
Chief Pete? Have anything?
No, I actually don't.
Awesome. We
Sound like it was a
didn't, we didn't have any
very
fire calls.
Yeah.
We had a lift assist after midnight on the fourth, so that was it, so.
That's so good to hear.
Everybody,
Absolutely.
I guess enjoyed the thing.
Enjoyed it somewhat safely.
Yeah,
But, yeah, I don't have anything else. Any questions?
Very good.
thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
I'm just gonna say it's because the fire department's so awesome that everything was safe.
That's right.
You guys
Cheers.
just,
I agree.
your presence was enough.
The only thing I have is, I think a couple, 3-4 months ago, I told you about the Blue Shield grant comes back out. We were awarded it again. Last year it was $50,000. They've lowered it to about $29,000 for this year. So several more agencies applied for it than last year. So still $29,000, pretty good chunk of money.
It's better than none.
So,
And that goes to, we can use that for salaries or equipment or?
no, usually equipment, mostly equipment, no salaries, no guns, no drones. But
So they do have some stipulations or restrictions.
Yeah.
But
we'll get probably one radio for the car, because I yanked a couple of our radios out to put them in our new ones. 2 or 3 laptops for the cars. And then there's some ID scanners that hook into the computers in the car, so it'll auto-populate all the stuff, so it'll make it quicker.
so
Can't
scan
sit there and,
driver license. and-
Yeah. that's what I'm looking forward to.
Very good,
All right, that's all I got.
very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah, do you have anything?
I have my normal report, and then we plan to do, my clerk Peggy and I are gonna do like a pizza party after court on the 13th for the judge's retirement. I tried to talk him into doing it at 4, but he wants to do it after, so I can't give you a real time. So I'm gonna go with 7 and pray. 7-ish. Yes, because we do have quite a bit of trials, and he's been adding cases so that he can kind of clean it up as long as possible before the new judge comes in.
Very good. And that's so next Monday.
So Monday the 13th at 7, pizza party.
Very good. I will
Awesome.
see if I can attend. Thank you. Chris?
I provided you guys a report, just an updated, more information regarding the brush growth, fence and the walkover, and that the sidewalk repairs are scheduled. I'm just waiting for the guy to tell me what the time slot is and when he's coming. The piece of paper you got this evening is hopefully self-explanatory. We just got to sit down. Reading requested, that we sit down and do that round table, get the language all perfect. And then, like I said, Patrick wanted I'll do the 2 different colors on the current language and the new language, just to make things easy. That's all I got, unless anyone's got any question.
I do have
Yeah,
a question.
sure.
Just noticed today on the outer road on Church Road, MoDOT was also going to be doing brush trimming on Church Road. Was that correct?
When I talked to Rita, I asked her to include some stuff on church.
Okay. 'Cause I noticed like the speed limit sign is obscured.
And we've knocked that stuff down too, because they don't. But we'll give them a little bit of time to do it, and then if they don't, we'll do it.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get right on, especially the walkover bridge.
Well, I asked for that like 2.5 weeks ago. Rita said she's gonna put a work order in.
And I saw that in your report, so hopefully they'll work it. We don't have to do anything with it.
That's all I got.
All right, thank you, Chris. Treasurer report, Julie doesn't have anything or didn't have anything. Serenity Personnel Committee,
I didn't have a written report, mostly just because of timing with the 4th of July weekend. We went straight into the weekend after our meeting, basically. But we didn't really have any action items this meeting anyway. So just to give you an update, we discussed further the vacation and sick time policy. I am very confident that we will have a draft policy to the board at the next meeting. I feel very confident. So it'll definitely be at the next personnel committee meeting, a pretty good draft. And then hopefully that will make it to the board at the next meeting. And then we also received the draft compensation study kind of overview documents. But again, we received those before the personnel committee, and they're extensive. So we're still reviewing those, and we'll have a further discussion about that at the next personnel committee meeting. And then hopefully just some more, I would assume at the next Alderman meeting, it'll still just be updates for the compensation study, but we'll keep you guys updated. And that's it.
hopefully maybe have something on the first meeting in August.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you. Patrick, anything finance?
So we're between our 2 meetings where we get charts. One thing that was brought to my attention was a proposal by the mayor to increase the amount that we pay on an annual basis to the fire station debt. Traditionally, our minimum payment is 105. Our typical payment, we've retained at 114, which was our refinance rate. The proposal is in order to try to free up some funds for other large expenditures, looking at fire department for pumper, to be able to pay down on the debt in order to have more equity in it for a potential refinance with a larger amount for paying that pumper. We're still in the analysis phase, so no action yet, and the payment isn't due until right after the next meeting. So at the next meeting, we'll have kind of a cost benefit analysis done on if we keep the money invested, will we earn more long term enough to counterbalance being able to pay it off sooner. Just what's worse, less interest income on money that we have sitting in MOSIP, or higher interest on the amounts that we have longer term on the loan. So more to come on that, and that is all that we have. Although I will mention that we are soon going to be receiving the results of the audit for 25. Do you have a timeline on what that's going to be?
I have the draft, which I could have shared, I guess, but I would anticipate having the final report next week.
Okay, awesome.
And actually, I say that, I think it'll be available that the auditor is actually scheduled to come and present at the first meeting.
Quick question for finance.
Yeah.
Something that, I don't know if it was actually discussed in personnel. If not, it was discussed within my own head. The idea of setting aside some money for paying off the vacation and sick time
Yes.
that will be coming down the road eventually, as you know, when people eventually separate, retire, whatever it is. That's the bulk of the discussion that we're having. So, and as of right now, it is not a budgeted line item, which is the main concern. It would just come out of the general fund, and we don't know when those expenses would hit. So, I'm not sure the process of what we would need to do to kind of look at setting aside some money, but we can, with finance, discuss kind of some figures, how much to set aside each year for how many years to kind of build up a cushion.
Yeah.
For that.
It absolutely needs to be something that's planned for, and it's a gap in our current budgeting process. So we're late in the year, so I don't know that going back and amending the 26 budget is really warranted at this point. We're going to be starting work on the 27 budget here in September, October timeframe. That's when we have our initial conversations with department heads, trying to understand what income looks like, what anticipated expenses are, all that stuff. We will absolutely add line items to cover some of those expenses that we need to be tracking.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Any other new business or any new business? We'll go on down to ordinances and ordinance 3657 and Council Bill 3658. We want to table for Chris's request until we get it cleared cleared better than mud, I guess.
Yeah, based on the recommendation from Chris, I move we table Council Bill 3658.
Second.
Motion a second, any discussion? Matthew, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Alright. Next ordinance. Council Bill 3660. Matthew, will you read Council Bill 3660?
An ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri and ADP for payroll services.
So moved.
Second.
Motion a second, any other discussion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this came to the Personnel Committee a couple of months ago, before Lisa went on vacation. And a lot of the impetus for doing this is today our time cards are very manual. Lisa aggregates physical paper records from employees into and converts them into a system and then runs payroll off of that. And that's a manual process that takes a day or two, depending on like the number of changes, the amount of sick time or leave time is included. It takes time. And so this was brought forward as a recommendation. We looked at additional options as well. I think if you track the history of this over the last couple of months, we received another bid from Tyler & Co., which is where our software is out of our existing finance software. And then I think we got one other one, but both of those, what was the
Paycheck.
Paychecks. But both of those were much higher than what ADP quoted us. There, one thing that I probably should have brought up in new business, but it's relevant to this conversation too, is today there's functionality in Tyler Encode that is very HR like people management focused. There might be a possibility of if the board chooses to approve the quote with ADP, that we shed some license costs from Tyler Encode to the tune of about $5,000 per year, which would be about half of what this is. So try to level out some of the costs with duplicated functionality. Matthew and I need to sit down and make sure that it is truly duplicated functionality or functionality that we don't leverage that ADP will cover, whatever that ratio looks like. So yes, we're talking about $10,000 annual dollars on this contract, but there might be some savings in reducing our Tyler Code. And then if you'll allow me just a quick second, we received email correspondence today that says that our on-site Tyler Technologies server is out of date. So the operating system and the database versions are end of life and need a replacement. So Matthew and I are looking at whether cloud is the better option to go for Tyler Encode, or if revamping our on-prem server with new hardware and new software will be more cost effective. So a lot of stuff happening in a lot of proposals and changes that need to happen in our payroll software and our finance software. But this is specifically talking about ADP. So in automating our time entry, automating our payroll, and improving reporting and functionality on labor and effort when payroll comes around.
So I have a question in regards to that. So I was noticing in the paperwork that they gave us like a $10,000 credit. So it would start like July 1 of 2027, then we would get, depending on inflation, of 10,197 annual fee. I guess I just want to have clarity on that, if we should take that route. Is that what the Lisa Stewart proposed? Okay.
Yeah, so that, if I'm understanding correctly,
I can rephrase it for you. What Lisa put in page 17 stated that there would be a total annual investment is $10,197.12. Go further down, then there was a credit for $10,000 initially. So I'm just trying to understand, would that be a $10,000 annual fee for us to invest, or would it reduce over time?
so again, my understanding of the way that it works is we are getting 1 year of the technology side for free. And the way that they're doing that is they will break up the cost of 2 years over 3 years. So what we would pay oh my goodness, I just got totally mixed up in my head. What we would have paid over 3 years is getting divided, or what we would have paid over 2 years is getting divided into 3 years instead.
So
the
like
first 3 years.
$500 every year
Yeah,
to equate to
Versus-
10,000 versus $10,000 every year.
yeah.
Okay.
That is my understanding of the way that Lisa explained it. Okay.
Basically, we're getting 3 years for the cost.
For the cost of two, and it's just being equally divided between those 3 years.
Just wanting to understand that.
And then I think I mentioned it just as we're on the discussion of this in my last personnel committee report, but Some of the things that are included in this also is, the end of year tax services, are included. So, like the W-2s and things like that are included in this, as well as the background check, physical and drug screens, will be included in this as well. So that's just kind of some things to keep in mind is it's not technically just the payroll services. There's several other layers to it.
Yes.
Is this taking out validity?
I don't know that we'll take them out, but potentially down the road it could.
It's a very hard website.
Very good. Any other comments?
If we should go the path of ADP, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's easy to get in, get out, and if you can call someone directly. You're not put on hold, and you're not trying to chase for someone on vacation. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're very easy to work with and they're very large. They're a global corporation and they're good at what they do.
Lisa said the same thing as our main contact person with all of these proposals, that ADP was easily the best customer service and responses and the easiest to work with. So that was one of her big reasons as to why she recommended this to the committee.
And
Okay.
and the last point that I'll make is on page 17. Normally, whenever you onboard onto a new platform, there's time and engineering required to set a new client up. They are waiving that fee, so that's why you see under total setup $8,000, and they discounted it $8,000. So they're not charging us for onboarding. It's just the services that we would be paying annually anyway.
That's good because we do have quite a few onboardings with the fire department, even though they're small paychecks for the volunteers, but they still got to get onboarded through the process.
Well, I think actually we have our payroll systems done to a lab tech. I don't think we're included in that ADP deal.
I don't know.
The actual, you'll still have your.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It will get loaded, you're right. Lisa, I'm selfishly thinking about myself. It won't change for me, but Lisa will be putting my payroll.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll hand her the
Sorry.
payroll and she'll manually enter your fees.
Is that what I have to do?
Very good for clarification. Any other discussion? Matthew, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Freeman.
Can you read ordinance or Council Bill 3660 as ordinance 3659?
An ordinance approving an agreement between the city of Pleasant Valley, Missouri and ADP for payroll services.
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion this round?
The point of discussion, did we read it by title the first time?
Yes.
Okay, we did, okay.
Yeah.
We talked so much that I totally blanked out on
Yeah, I
that.
did. I had him read it first.
Okay, cool.
I remember because all I said was so moved, both times.
Okay. No other discussion. Matthew, call the roll.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
And I'm gonna take a minute, just real quick, because Karen just walked in. Yeah, no, Chris had a very minute conversation that he had reached out to the state 2 weeks ago, and they supposedly opened a work order to clean up at the crosswalk. So we'll hurry up and wait on that. There supposedly is a work order from the state to do that, so. Okay. Anybody else? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Motion to second. Matthew, call the roll. I don't think we want any discussion.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Callaghan,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Scarborough,
Yes.
Showers,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you all for coming.
Good news. That's my favorite.
Right. I had to text Brenda just a minute ago, it's like, this meeting's gonna be over.
We're good.
Well, we got a 8 o'clock ball game pretty soon, but I'm like, man,
Now you just made
I
it.
don't need
It's a fire. Don't do that. I was hoping you were still recording for a while. You would just be like, no.
Bye.
One of them is financial, one of them is.
Go get that recorded.
How do you become mayor pro tem?
We haven't downloaded it.
I mean, how it's bad, or do you have experience on that?
There's a lot of parts of after the election.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the neighbors have said people have noticed you signs down.
Oh, yeah.
I was just curious.
It's not.
I wish-
Last year,
I wish for years.
Uh-huh.
So,
I take pictures of them.
did it 10 years when I was
Yeah,
in
I remember that.
Those aren't legal anymore.
Yeah, it's an annual appointment.